नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आज आपण नवीन टॉपिक सुरू करणार आहोत, आयसोस्केल ट्रायंगल थेरम. सो इट इज very important. You already know that what do you mean by isoscale triangle. In a triangle, if any two sides are congruent, such a triangle is called as isoscale triangle. Now what the theorem says here, if two sides of a triangle are congruent, any two sides, actually two sides are congruent, then the angle opposite to them are congruent. म्हणजे जे साइड्स कॉन्ग्रुएंट आहेत त्यांच्या अपोजिट असणारे अँगल्स आहेत. जसं हे दोन साइड निवडलेले आहे कॉन्ग्रुएंट, त्यांच्या अपोजिट असणारा साइड सी, अँगल सी, अँड ए सीच्या अपोजिट अँगल कोणता होईल, बी. दीज टू अँगल्स आर कॉन्ग्रुएंट हियर. गिवन in triangle ABC, here side or segment side AB congruent to side AC. So these are the congruent side. To prove angle ABC congruent to angle ACB, means angle B and angle C are congruent. So to prove this here, we have to make some construction here. Draw a ray AD bisect angle BAC and cuts the side BC at point D. So here AD is ray AD is nothing but a bisector of angle BAC here. Proof. Ray AD is bisect angle BAC. Therefore, angle BAD congruent to angle CAD. In triangle BAD and triangle CAD, I choose this two triangle here. In this triangle here, AB and AC are congruent, that is BA and CA are congruent here. Means BA means AB and AC means CA here. Side or segment, side AB congruent to side CA means AC. This is given to you. As well as angle BAD congruent to angle CAD. This is from 1 we derived here. Now the segment or side AD is common side. Side AD congruent to side AD. This is common side. And therefore by S test we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Therefore triangle BAD congruent to triangle CAD by SAS test. So by SAS test these two triangles are congruent, and we can say that angle ABD congruent to angle ACD. Okay, so these are nothing but CACT corresponding angle of congruent triangle. Therefore, now instead of D, we can write C point here. It is called the, by taking a different point on an angle. Here A, B, C. Here instead of D, I write C. Here also instead of D, I write B here, then A, C, B here. So in this case here, the angle doesn't changes here. So, and here congruent, and that we have to prove. Here angle ABC congruent to angle ACB, hence proved. Hence proved. Here. It means here not only for these two sides here, any two sides here, if you consider any two sides here, then angle opposite to them must be congruent here. Now the converse of the isoscalar is very important one here. If two angles of a triangle are congruent, if the two angles of a triangle are congruent is given here, if the two angles are congruent is given, then the side opposite to them here, the side opposite to them are also congruent here. But here the proof are not given here. Proof is omitted. Proof is omitted. Here without proof here given here. Also here, if the three angles of a triangle are congruent, instead of two, here is three angles are congruent, then also it's all three sides are congruent here. We know that here, if three sides are congruent, then it is called an equilateral triangle here. It means here in equilateral triangle here, all three sides are congruent. Therefore, all angles must be congruent here. So here this is a without proof is given. Okay. So हे पुस्तकात विदाउट प्रूफच दिलेलं आहे. हे तुम्हाला सोडवायचं होतं, परंतु हे दोन्हीच्या दोन्ही ओमिट करण्यात आलं. नाव ओमिट, नाव ओमिटेड, हे तुम्हाला ओमिटेड करण्यात आलं आहे, म्हणजे वगळण्यात आलं. Now this is very important property here. Actually this property is already in 10th class in previous syllabus here, 30, 60 and 90, as well as 45, 45, 90 degree here. Now this is the theorem of 30, 60, 90 actually here. If the acute angle of a right angle have measure 30, 60, then the length of the side opposite to 30 degree here. Now suppose triangle ABC is of 30, 60 and 90 degree. It is a right angle triangle and the remaining acute angle of 30 and 60 degree here. If the acute angle of a right angle triangle have measure 30, 60 and 90, then the length of the side opposite to 30 degree here. This length of this side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse here. Since it is 90, this must be hypotenuse. So that we have to prove it here. Given in triangle ABC, angle B is 90, therefore it is a right angle triangle. Angle C is 30 degree and angle A is 60 degree. So these are acute angle A and C here. To prove, what to prove? Side opposite to 30 degree, that is AB, is equal to half of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is AC. So hypotenuse is AC. So this is this we have to prove it here. And actually here the side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 by 2 times that of the hypotenuse. Take a point D on the line AB such that AB is equal to BD. Join segment DC. Then we have to write a proof. Now we have to take a point here D. Now this point is D here, so that here the BD length and AB length are equal. So it is given here. In triangle CAB and triangle CDB here. Now AB here, segment AB congruent to segment BD because they are same length by construction. Now angle CBA congruent to angle CBD. This both are of right angle, that is 90 degree here. Segment CB congruent to segment BC. So this is the common one, common side. Okay, and therefore by using yes test here, these two triangle are congruent. Therefore triangle CAB congruent to triangle CDB. Okay, and therefore we can say that here if these two triangles are congruent, then we can say that angle ACB congruent to angle DCB. This is CACT. That is angle DCB is equal to angle ACB, and this angle is equal to 30 degree. Number 1. Now this is CACT. Now if you consider a complete angle ACD, then we can say that here angle ACB plus angle DCB. So this is the sum of these two angles here, and this is also 30 degree, and therefore we can say that this is 30 plus 30 total is equal to 60 degree. Now angle ACD here is nothing but here 60 degree this here. Again we can take here in triangle ACD, large triangle here, in triangle ACD here, angle A plus angle ACD plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so D is nothing but here D, and this angle 60 degree plus angle 60 degree plus angle D. So therefore this angle D is equal to 180 degree here is equal to this much. Therefore angle D is equal to, so 180 degree minus 120 degree is equal to 60 degree, and therefore here this angle is also a 60 degree. So here in triangle ACD here all angles are congruent. In triangle ACD all angles, all three angles are congruent. Therefore AC is equal to AD is equal to DC. Therefore now AD is equal to 2 times of AB, AB is equal to BD. Therefore, so from this part here, AC is equal to 2 times of AB, and therefore AB must be is equal to half of AC. Now here AB is the side, opposite side of 30 degree angle, and AC is nothing but hypotenuse. Therefore, AB is equal to half of AC is proved. Activity here, this is the first activity here. This is very important activity here. Actually, this activity is totally based on the previous theorem. Actually, it is a theorem, but it is given in the form of activity here. What the theorem says here, if the acute angle of a right angle triangle have measure 30 and 60, okay, so we already mentioned earlier, then the length of the side of opposite to 60 degree is, means here the length of the side of 60 degree, that is BC, is root 3 by 2 times of hypotenuse, that is root 3 by 2 of AC. So that we have to prove here. That means we have to prove that here BC is equal to root 3 by 2 of AC. Actually, it is in connection of this here. AB is equal to half of AC here. Because again the nature of the triangle is same here. These acute angle are 30, 60 and 90 here. The side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse, and side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 by 2 times of the hypotenuse. So AC is the hypotenuse. So this is given in the form of activity here. To solve this activity here, again we have to solve AB is equal to half of AC here. And so that here the activity is given. In the above theorem, we have prove AB is equal to half of AC here. To prove this here, we have to prove this much. So therefore, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC here, because this is a 90 degree and this is a hypotenuse, we can apply AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So this is the hypotenuse. Now AB square here. Now what is the value of AB? So AB is equal to half of AC, and therefore if you square of this, you will get the square of this here, and therefore square of AB is equal to 1 by 4 AC square. So I have here written is like this, plus BC square, and again the same AC square here. Now in the next step here, here the transformation of this step here, okay. So BC square as it is, therefore AC square minus, this is a minus 1 by 4 times of this much. If you solve this here, you will get 4 AC square minus 1 AC square, that is a 3 AC square, and divided by 4. So this is the solution of this here. Now if you take out a square root on both, here we will get BC here, the square root of 3 is nothing but under root 3, square root of 4 is nothing but a 2, and square root of AC square is nothing but AC. Ultimately we will get BC is equal to root 3 by 2 into AC. So this is nothing but the theorem or activity. Complete the theorem, proof of the theorem. If measure of a triangle are 45 degree and 90 degree, then the length of each side containing the right angle is 1 upon under root 2 times of hypotenuse. Now here triangle ABC is given. In a triangle ABC, angle A and angle C, these are of 45 degree here, okay, given. In triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree, angle A is equal to 45 degree, angle C is equal to 45 degree. To prove the side containing right angle, means here AB as well as BC is equal to 1 by root 2 times of hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is AC. No. Proof. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 45 degree, angle C is equal to 45 degree, and therefore angle A congruent to angle C. In a triangle, if the angles are congruent, then the side opposite to them also congruent here, and therefore here by converse of isoscale theorem, we can say that AB is equal to BC, AC is equal to BC, we can say here. Now in triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90. Therefore, using Pythagoras theorem, if you apply Pythagoras theorem here, you will get AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So therefore AC square is equal to, now here instead of AB we can write BC, or instead of BC we can write AB, because AB is equal to BC. So therefore here AC square, instead of AC is equal to AB square plus, instead of BC square I write here AB square. Therefore AC square is equal to 2 times of AB square, and therefore AB square is equal to 1.5 times AC square, and therefore if you take out square root, you will get AB is equal to 1 by root 2 here of AC. So therefore, so instead of AB we can take the value of here BC from 1. So therefore AB, which is also equal to BC, is equal to 1 by root 2 times of AC. Actually this is very important theorem here. If this theorem is isolated asked here, then we can solve.